Hey, what's up, guys? We are back and we have successfully committed our little scene to memory. In our mind's eye, we have this apartment and we're going to be able to make some ambient noise and kind of figure out what's going on in Ableton. So, we're going to make that right now. We're going to switch over to Ableton. So, I'm going to start out with some, let's see, backgrounds. And yeah, we'll go Suburban Neighborhood. You want that shopping mall, maybe? Yeah, maybe. You won't be able to hear uh, people that high up on, like, let's say the 15th floor. You won't be able to hear people that much. That's a great sound. That's like kind of like tires. You've heard tires on the road, they kind of like stick and grab onto things. Got city streets here. Oh, let me just make a new channel. We have all of our audio here. Oops. So we have a bunch of engines. Yeah, and I want that down there. Okay, so let's start with the first kind of piece of audio here. I'm going to unwarp it so there's no funny business going on. And I want this to kind of go on in perpetuity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that, Control D to duplicate, and then reverse the next one, and then just keep going. And then once I do that, I can check the transition. So what I want is I want when this ends, the other one starts without a click. So the easiest way to do that is to reverse. There's other ways to do it, which we'll get into. Right, so that's one of our layers for traffic. So that is good. So we're gonna have our suburban neighborhood. Let's see what's going on here. So, there's always a bit of suburb in a major city. Let's just see what's going on. Yeah, birds don't chirp at night, so that's the problem. So that's not going to be able to be used, but we might be able to use it as a layer if we filter it. So remember, like, everything is going to be filtered because when they pass through objects, um, they kind of, or through distance, they get attenuated. All right, let's just leave that. We'll move on to our gravel pit. So this would be, another uh, kind of, car and engine sound. It's a lot of different sounds being put together. So I have this right here. I'm going to right click and go show fades. I'm going to move that over. This is a volume crossfade sort of thing. And I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate that once I have it selected. And I'm going to crossfade these like so. And then I'm going to, oops, not like that. I select the second one and it'll crossfade those ones, which is cool. This loop region represents my, I guess you'd call it my 30 seconds of ambience, and then it's going to loop. And in another video, I'm going to show you how to set up perfect loops within Ableton. So we have our gravel pit here. I'm going to EQ that a bit. There's a lot of sounds in there that I'm not too fond of. This will be like kind of a low end layer. It's kind of like, just picture like a million car tires on the pavement, turning and scraping and stuff like that. Yes, we have that. I will set that down there. And we have our city streets, which, we could use this by itself, but it's not as exciting. So let's take a listen to that. Oh, it's warped. I can hear that, so I'm going to turn off that. Any of these warped? Nope. Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, I don't want those footsteps in there because we are really high up to, we shouldn't be hearing footsteps from the 15th floor. Okay. We have that car revving. Hopefully that works. Just gonna move this around here. And I'm going to show fades and then fade these guys in like so. All right, so these kind of sounds we're going to leave in. Why not? Okay. So we have that. Now we have these car engine sounds. This. So this might be like, cars that are just idling at an intersection forever and ever. So I'm just going to do the duplicate and then reverse and then select all these. And then we'll see what's going on at our kind of cutoff point here. All right, so I'm gonna have these city streets like this. Okay, so let's kind of switch these up a bit. I want to layer these in a more pleasing way. Like imagine like that. You can imagine sticking your head. If you opened the sliding door and you were looking down from the balcony and you didn't see that grid there, you'd be able to, hear all these kind of sounds. But when you're inside, you won't be able to hear the upper kind of frequency sort of things. So we'll just take a listen. All right, so I'm going to give it a bit of panning. I'll have this as low end just for fun. I'm going to EQ this out. The low end is entirely too much low end. So as we high pass, the sounds kind of get distant. Right? And that's what happens when you're really far away from things. When you're really close, you get something called the proximity effects. The proximity effect, which is why my voice sounds really bassy right now. It's like that anyway. Okay, so we have that, and I'm going to bypass that also. Bring the volume down. And I want to mix these all in one by one so they sound like a cohesive piece of audio. Cool. All right. What I like to do is I'll add in another track just to space these out. So we have this guy here. Um, let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna do that a little bit later. Actually, no, actually, I'm going to just yeah, I'm gonna do that a little bit later. I have an idea I just kind of discovered. So we're gonna be doing this in kind of like two parts. The idea is, and this is the theory that I just, decided to do for myself. I'm gonna have this as a audio loop, and then I'm going to have another one with like a little bit longer with like car horns and stuff, and then have them running at different rates. So it adds to, you know, more kind of randomness of the sound. Um, so I'm going to be doing that in part two. So, you know what? I'm going to do it right now because that makes the most amount of sense. All right, so I'm going to have this car horn. Have that here. I have that a little bit more distant. I have another one. Yeah, I'm going to have that car alarm thing. And they have. You see, if I was a little bit closer, more like ground level, I could be able to hear that in the background, but unfortunately, no. All right, yeah, I'm going to have a bunch of ambient noises running at a separate loop. Oh, that sounds hilarious. Okay, motors. Let's see what else we have. Do we have weapons? Maybe I can have some like gunshots. What I should be looking for is like a siren. But yeah, who knows? So I'm going to group these up, right click, group, and then kind of mute that. I'm going to have another group here. And I don't know why that's doing that. Select them. So I'm going to have these two separate kind of sounds. Panned. And then this one. More pan to the whatever. And I'm going to have this kind of over here. I'm gonna automate. I'm gonna select the pan tool here. I'm gonna automate. Then I'm gonna have this more over to the right. So this one's to the left. This one's to the right. All right. So have these at random. That guy's been stuck behind someone for quite some time. All right. All right. So that'll be like my other loop. And yeah, I'm gonna add some reverb to that. That's how I roll. Cool. Okay, so there's our alternate thing. So there is our city street kind of ambient things, ambient noise going on. And yeah, I hope you learned stuff. Take care and see you in the next video.